Today I am going to show you how I shoot with a relatively small light camera setup and how you can get away with shooting skate photos, proper skate photos that could be seen in magazines with a relatively small camera bag full of gear with, not spending a bunch of money. Sometimes it definitely gets to be a pain in the butt to have a big giant bag or two bags even with big cumbersome lights and battery packs, and especially if you're in any kind of a city situation where you're skating and using public transit and things like that. Like, you don't want to be on a bus or a train with two bags and light stands and things. So I figured out a way to simplify my kit into this pretty small bag, and it's got everything that I need to shoot a good skate photo, or good enough. This is exactly what I use, so anything you see in the magazine that I would have shot is all just with this tiny little bag of stuff. Today we went out to shoot some photos with Aiden Campbell, and we ended up at this bank, and he was just doing some bonelesses, some ollies, tail slides, just basic stuff, and just wanted to shoot some photos to show you guys how you can use these small flashes and you don't have to use light stands and things. And the gnarly part about having everything in such a tight little kit is it's such a pain to get stuff in and out. At first we were shooting a boneless and then a frontside ollie, and I had one flash on the ground pointing up and it was slightly behind him, and then I hung one of the flashes from the fence with a shoelace. And like I said, you need shoelaces always for everything. It'll work? Woo! So we hung that from the fence, and it's a little janky, it's a little loose, but it gets the job done. And as long as you zoom your flash out to mine was at 24 millimeters, I think, and it'll cover a good spectrum, even if it's not pointing in the exact right position. And then I put a third flash on the other side of the fence, and I wanted to put it in the grass, but the grass was kind of high. So I found a rock that was about 8 inches tall and set it there so it could elevate the flash over the grass blades, so I didn't get that shadow, which wouldn't have made a big difference. But when you find things like a rock or a little ledge or a hydrant, it's nice to use them to try and trick someone into thinking you're using a light stand. So we shot some photos, and Aiden did his tricks easily. He's really good. And it's ironic, I had a print in my car that Grant Britton had given me. It's an old photo he shot of Nodis skating this same bank, doing like a backside power slide, and it's like black and white, kind of at dusk, like slow shutter, just like a really epic photo, a Nodis photo, just really dipped into it, just almost beaming the camera, just really sick. I noticed he had a flash on the fence and one down there, which is kind of exactly how I shot here last time I was here, and I thought, oh, sick, like, I want to try and reshoot this photo maybe, just because, I don't know, Nodis is awesome and Grant's awesome. So we're gonna see if we can fake it. Can you get that?
Yeah, I got it.
You didn't bring your shorts, did you?
No, not
So we're using the same basic techniques that they used 20 years ago to try and shoot the same photo. Before Aiden was born, I was really young, definitely had no idea what a skateboard was. He's borderline like Back Smith almost.
Yeah.
Why can't you just be more like Nodis, okay? Imagine like you're trying to just power slide your board and shoot it out at me. If you do, I won't be mad. Shins of steel. Yeah, we tried that for about, it took about 20 minutes to get one that we liked that seemed to be pretty similar. Obviously, we'll never be able to, you can't make that twice. Yes!
That looks sick, dude.
It's probably as good as it's gonna get without you being Nodis and me being Grant. It was fun. It was cool to do that, and Aiden was psyched on how it came out, and I was psyched, and it was cool that we used the same flash tricks 20 years later. It's weird because if I had had light stands, I still would have hung one on the fence because you can't really get a light stand in that same zone, but the flash on the ground would have been higher, and it just would have been almost, I feel like a flatter light. I like the flash on the ground because when the ground is rough, you get shadows from the rough pieces of the ground, so it kind of can accentuate. Like if you're skating a really rough spot and you have a flash on the ground, all those little chunks in the ground are going to create little shadows, and it's going to make the ground look even rougher, which in skating, it's nice to be able to make a spot look as gnarly as it is, because like you've been at a spot, you shoot a photo and you say, oh, it just looks like a bank, and then everyone who goes there is like, holy crap, how did he do that, and it's nice to really convey that in a photo, and I found that the flash on the ground helps for that. Also, I just feel like it's a different look too, which I kind of like. If everyone uses light stands and then you don't, your photo might look a little different, maybe not better or not worse, but just different, so it's a nice change of pace. First things first, let's put the flashes away. These two cheap guys go in here. filters, and then we got pocket wizards, radio slaves that all go in here. They go all the way in back there. That works there. 1DS for the stills. Full frame camera. And that wedges itself in here. Oh, it's so much easier when there's nothing else in there. 50 millimeter lens goes there. Fisheye, 15 millimeter fisheye, as opposed to 8 millimeter fisheye. Because that lens is, the camera's cropped, it's a sequence camera. Compact zoom lens, 70 to 200. Some adapters and flash holder dealies. Cords, I'll just go in here. Extra battery for the still camera. None of these cameras shoot film, but I have film in here. That makes a lot of sense. And then this is kind of like the bonus flash. Didn't have that one for a while, so sunglasses in case it's sunny, and there it is. So at the end of the session today, we had a good handful of photos of good tricks, not amazing tricks, just, you know, your well done basics, and we shot them all with the gear you saw that I have, which is not really that impressive, and we managed to make some good results. So I hope you guys learned something about, you know, maximizing your potential with what you might have, and don't be afraid to take your little flashes out and set them on the ground and have your friend do some slappies, and just remember that just like skating, shooting skating is about having fun and just doing what feels right. So don't follow any rules, and remember to save those shoelaces and get out there and have fun. Get your dark clothes to pop out.
Oh yeah.
Look at skaters in dark clothes. I just want to wear all black. See this? This is like, kids need to take a cue from like skaters before them. Like, look how rad that looks, because he's wearing colors and whites and like, bye pops.
Dark colors?
Black, man. I'm just gonna bring those little Jimmy Z shorts in my car. Oh, damn it, I hate myself. That one was so good and I f***ed it up.